Street into Trafalgar Square, where we have another one of the great monuments to a very, very famous Englishman. There he is, Lord Horatio Nelson, probably the most famous sailor ever in the British history, and he sits tall there on his column in Trafalgar Square, Nelson's column, overlooking Whitehall, where the parade will then turn, go down Whitehall past Horse Guards Parade, Whitehall replete with all the grand buildings of state, past Downing Street, past our national monument to our war dead, the Cenotaph, and then here into our performance arena in Parliament Street, in the shadow of the Houses of Parliament and Westminster Abbey. And that's where it'll all end, eventually at around about 4:30 this afternoon. But there's lots to happen before that.
There certainly is, and there's so much for all of these participants to see as they walk along this route. Am I right, Bob? I mean, you really are seeing the very best of what London has to give to the world.
Now, what we always have in the parade is we have a marching band, that's Hickory Ridge, which is setting the pace down Piccadilly, and we'll end up here in around about 30 minutes in the finale arena. Having a quick glimpse now at one of the most popular bands that we ever have, or most popular acts we ever have in the event, the Shri Muktajivan Swami Bapa Pipe Band. And they have been thrilling crowds in London, at London Parade, for many, many, many years now. And we're delighted they've come back on our 40th anniversary.
And we're going to see so much color, so much sparkle, so much celebration in the next few hours as all of these acts come down towards us and, as Bob said, finish right behind our shoulders here.
And of course, as being in London, we've got to have a ceremonial aspect to our parade, have we not? And there we see a shot of all of the civic mayors of London. We have 32 boroughs in London, two cities and 30 other boroughs, 32 sectors altogether. And we invite all of the civic mayors of the London boroughs to come to London Parade every year, and they all love coming out and meeting the crowds from all over the world that flock into London to see this fantastic event. And then at the head of the parade we have our Ostler carriages, carrying 4 carriages this year. The first one carrying the Lord Mayor of the City of Westminster, the second the Vice Lord Lieutenant of Greater London, the third one will be carrying the Chairman of the London Mayors Association, and the last one, senior patrons of the London Parade, Duncan Sands, Steve Summers and Catherine Longworth.
Not a bad way to travel through the streets of London, eh, Bob?
I'd quite like to do it, but sometimes, you know, the people who are following them aren't so keen.
I can understand that.
You can understand why.
A natural superstar. Thank you very much. Okay. Now,
good look there of Shri Muktajivan making their way along Piccadilly. Huge crowds out today. We have some lovely weather here in London today. It's sunny at times, not particularly cold for this time of year, about 7 or 8 degrees Celsius, which isn't too bad. But of course, the wonderful thing is we have no rain. Those of you who tuned in last year to watch the event, great event though it was a bit wet.
It was a little waterlogged, and we're happy to be dry this year. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Here we have an iconic British vehicle coming through the up to the start of the parade now. These are the Mini Mokes that were a derivative of the original Alexis Igonis Mini from 1957, and we have a fleet of those in here, and the front one is carrying Miss Christmas, Donna Maria Miss Christmas, an individual, a character, entertainer, who has been part of London Parade since she showed up on the first London Parade in 1987, unexpectedly.
Self-cast.
Exactly.
And we are expecting hundreds of thousands of people along the route today here in London, aren't we, Bob?
I think we're expecting a crowd of around about 500,000, maybe a little more, because the weather is so favourable and it's a lovely day to be out. So, yeah, I think... and of course, we've got some fantastic acts coming up in the parade. Headliner Sam Ryder, Heather Small, some wonderful tribute acts from Elton John, the Spice Girls, ABBA, I think, yeah,
George Michael. We've got all kinds.
All sorts.
Yeah.
It's a tribute to 40 years of the parade, so we thought tribute acts were an extremely good idea.
Feels appropriate.
There's the wondrous Donna Maria. And behind Donna Maria in another mini moke, we have the reigning Miss Great Britain, with an immediate past Miss Great Britain.
Because I'm actually Miss Great Britain as well. You may not know that. Hello, Miss Great Britain.
Well, while the parade is setting off down the parade route, there are plenty of things taking place here in the arena to keep the crowd here entertained before the first band gets here. And one of the acts that we have in the arena today is the Entitled Sons, who are making a lot of waves at the moment with their great music. So let's take a look at them for a while.
Yeah, enjoy.
If anyone's feeling a little bit anxious today, just remember, you're beautiful, and 2026 is going to be your year. Looks like it's not the day for one of our gentle love songs. I'm so bored of this, I'm playing nobody. Don't have famous friends who wanna be seen with me. I'm bitter now, got the fear of missing out while I'm sitting at home. And I'm alone watching OF on my phone. I wanna be a rock star, I wanna drive a fast car, I wanna get my music played, champagne backstage, late on the day.
Well, there we see the first band, the Hickory Ridge Regiment, making that wonderful turn around Piccadilly Circus. Lily White's store in the background there. You can't actually see the Eros statue because it's clad to protect it for New Year's Eve from all the revelry that goes on up there. But it's a focal point of celebration on New Year's Eve. But it's a wonderful turn as they turn down around there, and they come down the street that I always used to know when I was growing up as Lower Regent Street. It's now called Regent Street St James, which actually is infinitely grander, don't you think?
It does sound very grand, and what an honor to be kicking off the parade this way. What a thrill for this incredible band from North Carolina. Congratulations to them as they kick off the 40th anniversary London Parade.
They really are an extremely good band. They've travelled all over the world and performed in numerous locations for our organisation as well as others. And we thought it was very fitting that they should be the people to lead off the 40th anniversary parade.
Couldn't agree more. Go Bulls!
There we get another glimpse of all of our London mayors on buses. We're going to have a contradictory mayor, somebody who doesn't look a bit like a London mayor, joining us in the studio in a moment, but just as resplendent as our London mayors. They might be in robes, but the mayor we're going to meet in a minute is looking very, very glorious in a bright red sweatshirt with her band's logo emblazoned across it. Anyway, we'll come to that in a moment. We're now having a look at some wonderfully exotic dancers, which I think are probably from the very first of the borough entries in this year's parade. I think they're from the city of Westminster. And we'll talk a little bit more about borough entries in just a while.
The open top bus brings up the rear for the city of Westminster. I don't think we're going to get many more colourful costumes than the ones we're seeing here. Fantastic.
Okay, the Entitled Sons just finished performing in the arena here, and I think we're going to move back over to them, and maybe they're going to play another number, or certainly we're going to hear from them right now. There we have the Shri Muktajivan Pipe Band again, always delighting the crowds. making their way past the Dilly Hotel, used to be called the Piccadilly Hotel, on Piccadilly. And very shortly they'll be reaching Piccadilly Circus and making that great sweep turn that we saw just now the Hickory Ridge Blue Regiment making.
Just look at how beautifully majestic they look walking down towards us. Incredible. Their ethos, of course, is devotion through the classical arts of drama, dance, singing, painting, sculpture, anything artistic. They are putting their hands and their efforts into, and my goodness, doesn't it pay off?
It most certainly does, and they, as I say, they've been delighting the crowds for a very long time. We'll get to hear them playing as well as just seeing them up there. Once they get down here into the performance arena, and you'll see what all the fuss is about. They really are absolutely superb, and of course they look glorious.
Spectacular.
Hickory Ridge Blue Regiment, I hope they're making their pace. I think they are. They're going to be here on the dot of 12:32, which is 1:32. You see, I'm caught up with all this and stuff about the change of time. I cut it too.
Well, it was only 39 years at the same time, Bob. I mean, my goodness, how could you have that sort of muscle memory?
I know. There you go. What can you do? Anyway, they're now at the bottom of Regent Street, St James and Waterloo Place, where we were earlier this morning doing lots and lots of broadcasts for BBC Breakfast, giving them a bit of a preview of some of the things that were going to be on the show today. And they're making that turn now into Waterloo Place, and then on in Cockspur Street, and before long those band students will be looking at Nelson high on his column before turning into Whitehall and coming to join us here in the performance arena. With a shot of those iconic mini mokes. That mayor that I was telling you about, we are delighted to have Mayor Sartall from Jonesborough in Georgia with us. And the reason you're with us is, apart from the fact that it's obviously anybody wants to be in London this time of year, is because you have brought your high school band group with you, or they've come along to this wonderful event this year. I saw the group actually in Covent Garden the other day. They are fantastic. But what I wanted to ask you is what your group means to your community in Georgia.
It means everything. And one of the things you said that actually our community brought our band here.
Yes.
We were so honored last year. I was there when it was announced that they would be a part of this, and the whole community rallied behind them to make sure that we got every band member that wanted to come here. So huge shout out to the sponsors, the donors, other elected officials from around the area to making sure that our kids could get here. And I can tell you, we welcomed the new year in with them last year, and they have enjoyed their visit so far, and today is just going to culminate the excitement for them.
Well, that's fantastic, but it's an awful lot of work, isn't it, for them to get here?
It is an awful lot of work. You know, the parents, they're fundraising. The kids still have to make excellent grades at school, so they're talented artists, but they're also great scholars. And so everyone's pulling together until the very last minute. As you can imagine, some of these kids have not been out of Georgia, never been on a plane. We have to get passports. So there's a whole lot of work that goes behind it. Like I said, we all chip in. Elected officials, principals, the school board, community businesses contribute to making sure the kids can get here.
Because the fundraising must be quite a challenge.
It's extensive. It is very extensive, especially this is the first time, I'm probably sure that, I'm quite confident that the first time our district has sent a band overseas. And so if you can imagine, like I said, for making sure that we can pay for passports, making sure children have the appropriate attire, even shipping the instruments over here. And then once they get here, we want them to really experience London beyond the parade, and so making sure that they can take advantage of the culture. So we put together a really good package for them, and I just have to give a shout out to our band director, Lionel Goodwin, who works really hard for the children to have these experiences, as well as the parents.
So, has it all been worth it?
Oh, every second, and I am so excited. I brought my entire team, my police chief, his wife, and we have a whole delegation of parents. So it was important that the kids came, but also that the parents could come. So you're going to hear a lot of screaming when they cross by because we're extremely proud. And we were with them at Covenant Gardens, and they were just received so well by the local community, and that's really important as well.
We're absolutely delighted to have them, and we're so pleased that you came to support them, because that's really what it's all about. Because Band in America is something that's very community, is it not?
It is, and obviously Band in London is very community, because that's all we felt since we've touched down.
Well, that's fantastic. Donna,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, watch out for the marching cardinals.
We certainly will.
All right,
thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much.
We lost a few people last year when the balloon just took off.
Well, we have our first of our balloons there.
We certainly do. We're going to be seeing more of those, aren't we, as the day goes on?
We certainly will. We have giant character ones coming up before too long. So, yeah. This looks like, well, not looks like, it is the Westminster entry this year. What do we know about the Westminster entry, Daisy?
Well, first of all, Westminster is my borough, so yay, Westminster.
I think you mean your city, if you
Well,
don't
my
mind.
city, and absolutely I do. We have a house down the road. Don't let the accent fool you, Bob. I am indeed half British.
Okay. Anyway,
Of course,
there is the first
Westminster.
of our character balloons there, and right now, though, we've got more entertainment in our arena here, keeping people warm and happy before the big thing kicks off, and it's Veronica Fasaro. So let's take a look at her.
Dad, thank you so much. How is everybody doing? Everything okay? It is my big pleasure that I get to be here today. We flew in from Switzerland, cold Switzerland. Not as cold as here, though. Thank you so much for having me on this 14th edition of the London Parade. My name is Veronica Fasaro, and I have one more song for you called Slot Machine. I wish you a happy, happy, happy New Year, everybody. Thank you so much. Slot machine, tell me what my life's about. Make it rain on my accounts and I'll be yours forever. Make believe, what a pretty world to draw. No need to be looking up, 'cause I'll be yours forever. Take control over everything I know.
Well, now we've got the coming through the arch, starting the parade, Piccadilly. We have the Appalachian High School Marching Cats from Winder in Georgia. This is a quite remarkable band, and I'll be telling you quite a bit more about them later on. But let's just see them meander a little bit along the first part of that parade route. But right now, a fabulous guest has wandered into the studio, met you for the first time this morning. Adam Lyons. This is Adam Lyons, everybody.
Hi.
Well-known choreographer, brilliant choreographer.
Thank you so much.
A great dancer. And you are going to be doing something today that I don't suppose we should let the cat out of the bag too much, should we?
I mean, I come with a lot of surprises, so expect the unexpected. You know, I look like a man in finance, but beneath the gilet, there's a lot more. So never judge a book by its cover. I'm ready to give you a show.
So can you tell us a bit about the Men in Finance?
Yeah, absolutely. We started in Liverpool Street Station about 2 years ago, and it was just very organic, very authentic, and it took over the world. It took the world by storm. I think 100 million views. And then since then, we've been going from strength to strength. We've been doing a lot of viral moments, so we pop up around the city of London. And like you mentioned earlier, it's about bringing a life to the city, and that's what we're all about. We just like to spread some joy, bring some energy, and show London in its best light possible.
But here you are, advertising London, promoting London, telling us what a wonderful place London is.
Yes.
But that's not a London accent, Adam.
No, I'm from Liverpool, of course. But I moved here...
Second city.
Absolutely. But 16 years ago I moved, and I went to theatre school before I went to finance school. But I fell in love with London. I came down with my mum, and we went to see shows, and we walked around seeing all the sights, and I was just fascinated. And I remember saying to my mum at like 13 years old, I'm going to live in London, this is where I belong, and here I am, and I feel so honoured to be performing here today.
Yeah, well, we are so much looking forward to it. I mean, I think it's going to be a bit of a shock for the crowd, don't you?
Yes, it's going to be an absolute shock, and it's going to be a shock for us as well with the cold, but it's a joy.
Come on.
Because it's very energetic, so you might see some breath.
Adam, I have to tell you, you've got it easy this year. You could have been here last year, and by now you'd be soaking wet.
Yes, I do believe so. So yes, but it's been a lovely day so far, and the sun was shining this morning, and it's still clear, so it's going to be great.
Yeah. Daisy, have you heard anything about these guys? Have you ever seen them?
Only what I have heard from reputation because of being involved with the parade. So I can't wait to see what you've got going on. I will definitely be looking over my shoulder.
Yes, thank you so much.
How many people seen that video of the...
100 million. Yes, it's honestly, the statistics blow my mind, but it just continues to grow from that. That was Man in Finance, but we do a lot of K-pop songs, and a lot of pop songs. Like we've done a few videos to Cat's Eye, Lady Gaga, some performances you might see today, but they seem to take over the world as well. People
if you throw in a bit of cake pop this afternoon, my granddaughter's going to think you're the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Oh, well, I hope so. That's the goal.
Anyway, Adam, we look forward very much to seeing you later on. What, you're about sort of halfway through the parade, roughly?
I think around 3:20, something halfway through. So yeah, look out for us, and please make some noise.
Oh, I guarantee they'll be making noise when they see you. Adam Lyons, thank you ever so much. You've been fantastic. Thank you
so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Now we have our big balloon there coming down Piccadilly. That's our Guardsman balloon, the London Parade Guardsman. All of our balloons are of traditional London characters. So we've got a policeman, but oh no, they're not, because we've got a cheerleader balloon. That's not very London, is it?
Well, it's very London on New Year's Day.
That's true. That's absolutely
very
true.
Very London on New Year's Day, and of course the Guardsman that's an iconic London figure, isn't it? With the big Busby and...
There he comes, round that bend. Look at the crowds there, up there on Piccadilly Circus. Oh, you can see Eros there. You can see it just above the cladding that's around it. So that's the famous statue of Eros, which is the sort of trademark of London's West End, really, at the foot of Shaftesbury Avenue, where all of our London theatres are, or vast majority of them. And there we see the Westminster Borough entry, or City entry, as I corrected
you did, and you were right to do so.
And I don't think it's going to be too long now before we get our very, very first band here into the arena. But anyway, that's enough of us, Daisy, going on and on and on. And I'm sure people have heard enough of us already. We've only got 3 hours to go. But let's go over to Joe and Schwazi, who are up there somewhere near the start. And I don't know what they've got for us, but it's going to be fun, that's for sure.
It's going to be great.
Joe and Schwazi.
Happy New Year, Joe!
Happy New Year, Schwazi!
We are back at the London Parade, and it is feeling amazing, isn't it?
Oh, the energy! I tell you what, it's worth 364 days a year to wait for this, you know.
I know. We're back in again. We've got Sam Ryder. We've got all the stormtroopers.
We do, and who do we have behind us?
We've also got Helver Small right behind us as well.
It's going to
So
be incredible.
exciting.
But look, there's so much to do, so much to see.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. So many people around us as well. Come back to us very soon.
Thanks ever so much, Joe and Swazi. Well, as you gather, Joe and Swazi are going to be out there on the parade route, all along the parade route, bumping into all the performers, having little chats with them from time to time, and probably we're going to hear some very, very funny things from them as time goes on. So we'll be going back to Joe and Swazi lots and lots and lots over the course of the next couple of hours. You're just seeing the first of our London Parade mobile stages there going along, and as Joe and Swazi said, that's going to be carrying Heather Small, one of our headliners in this year's event. Now we're going to see, get a glimpse of the, I think that's the no, it's not the Evans High School Band. There must be Hickory, that's Hickory Ridge, of course it's Hickory Ridge. Making its way down here, down Whitehall now, shortly going to be with us in the finale arena, giving its very, very special 2-minute finale performance at the conclusion of their perambulation of the London Parade route.
And they take their music very seriously at Hickory Ridge. They have many music-related careers of their graduates who then come back and help the kids as well. It really is a family feeling, which is that's part of the theme for today, isn't it? And indeed every New Year's Day with London Parade.
It's all about family. I mean, that's why the parade began, really, because New Year's Eve is a thing for adults. It's a thing for grown-up people to do all sorts of things that I don't know, perhaps they shouldn't do, but never mind. And
No, they should.
They should enjoy themselves. Of course they should. If you can't enjoy yourself on New Year's Eve, one can. But it's not for families, it's not for kids, it's not for children, it's not for, I wouldn't want my grandkids out on the 31st of December, that's for sure. So that's why London Parade was invented. It's a family thing. All generations are welcome here, from, great-grandparents right through to great-grandchildren. It's and that is our audience. That's what comes out. And they all find something to really, really enjoy. Taking a good look here of the Walton High School Band from Walton, Georgia, which is quite near Alpharetta in Georgia, a suburb of Atlanta, the capital. And they'll be, as I say, they'll be down here in our arena performing for us before too long.
And throughout this entire route, the spectators will be waving, they will be cheering, they might see a family member or a friend as they're walking along, and it really is an experience in and of itself just to be on the route. And you can feel that energy even with Joe and Swarzy, can't you? I mean, they get swept up in it.
Oh yeah, I mean that was mild what we've seen so far. You wait till
Exactly.
they really get going. Yeah. Well, here we have it then. We have our very first band has reached the performance arena here in Parliament Street, in the shadow of Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament. And this is the Hickory Ridge Blue Regiment from North Carolina, from Harrisburg, North Carolina.
What a thrill.
They're going to be playing for us Golden. And they're under the direction of Chris White and David Rivero. There they go then. Hickory Ridge Blue Regiment, as I said before, under the direction of Chris White and David Rivero, marching all the way from Harrisburg, North Carolina. A high-energy marching band, they call themselves, and they certainly are that, with a powerful sound and precision marching and unforgettable performances. Now, you're getting a quick glimpse now of that group that Mayor Sartor
yes, indeed.
Is bringing us. With the help of lots and lots of other people, of course, the Jonesboro Majestic Marching Cardinals. Now, this group is something else. They definitely are. As I said to you before, I saw them giving a preview show in Covent Garden on Tuesday, and they brought the house down. Well, at least all the buildings are still there, but you know the expression. And they were absolutely magnificent. But before we get to them, let's just take another look at these lovely horse-drawn landaus, the ostler carriages. This one, the first one, oh, that's the second one, actually, and that's carrying the Vice Lieutenant of Greater London, Jane Davis, OBE, Order of St John, and the Deputy Lieutenant as well. There's the first carriage with Stephen Batt, the Mace Bearer, and the Lord Mayor, Paul de Moldenberg. This year, Paul de Moldenberg serving as Lord Mayor of the City of Westminster. In the other carriages there, you might have caught a quick glimpse of the chairman of the London Mayor's Association, Ian Payne, and there was a further carriage, I don't think we quite saw it, which did contain the senior patrons of London's New Year's Day parade. Now we're going back up the route up to Piccadilly, and we're seeing more and more and more of the spectacular acts beginning to emerge through the arch and make their way along Piccadilly. And we'll be seeing these acts along the way as they meander through that route that we described to you inelegantly a while back. But anyway, now we did have a good look at that group, the Sri Muktajivan Pipe Band.
We did.
A while back. And as I said to you, they have taken, oh, there's our donkeys. Take a look at our lovely donkeys. Everybody loves the donkeys.
They are among the biggest of the crowd pleasers.
They really are. Back to Sri Muktajivan. Sri Muk, as I said, have been with us at London Parade for so many years that they wanted to give us a happy birthday. So
I love it.
Here they are, Sri Muk with a happy birthday for London Parade.
40th birthday to the London Parade. By the front, quick march.
Well, thank you very much, Sri Muktajivan Pipe Band, Mummy Bapa Pipe Band. And they'll be joining us in the arena, I think, in just a few minutes. Oh my goodness, how did that dinosaur get in here? Well, dinosaurs actually have been a feature of this parade for a long time. I don't know what it is. Is it because they think
absolutely?
It's a dinosaur? I don't know.
I think it's because everything big and grand comes to London on New Year's Day, Bob.
Well, that's what it must be. Yeah, but look, we've got an animatronic dinosaur there.
Incredible.
Is that a dinosaur though? I'm not sure. It looks more. Oh, I don't know. I don't know my dinosaurs.
I think it was. Can you say it was a little dinosaur? Does that work? That's an oxymoron.
I've always thought of dinosaurs as big things, but never mind. Anyway, here's the Sri Muk for real. Wonderful to have that happy birthday from you guys. Thank you very much indeed. We all appreciate it here at London Parade. But here you are, coming into the arena for real, giving your splendid pipe and drum renditions as ever.
Can hear them over our shoulders now. I can feel the drum beat.
And of course, they're playing the most appropriate song for the time of year.
They certainly are. wonderful sound that is, Bob.
Oh, I used to say the best sound of the pipes, or the swirl of the pipes, is as it disappears over the hills. But actually, I've changed my mind completely, having heard Shri Muktajiv, and I actually like their pipes.
Oh, it's great.
It's a fabulous sound.
And the drums. I mean, it just gets you going, doesn't it?
Here we have the Walton group that we saw earlier coming under the arch at the start of the parade. They've now made their way all the way up Piccadilly to Piccadilly Circus, and they're making that turn. My gosh, I do hope the people at the back of those crowds can actually see what's going on. But one thing I know for sure, they can definitely hear it, because the noise those groups are making is going to be fantastic. Edwardsville High School here in picture. They come from Edwardsville in Illinois, which is quite near to St. Louis, Illinois. Is it St. Louis or St. Louis? Sorry, I never know. Daisy, you should be able to correct me on that. St. Louis or St. Louis?
Well, I think it's St. Louis. But there will be people down there that'll call it St. Louis. It just depends on where you are in the country. Is it New Orleans or is it New Orleans?
Oh, I see.
I would say New Orleans, but depends on where you are.
Okay, so nobody's wrong. That's the good thing.
Everyone's right,
okay.
Exactly.
School marching tigers are performing for the first
I'm wondering what Joe and Swarzy are up to, Bob.
I have absolutely no idea, but we're just about to find out, I think.
Let's take a look.
Joe and Swarzy, what are you up to?
and they feature
Happy New Year from us at the London Parade, and it wouldn't be a London Parade without Sam Ryder in the house.
Mate, Happy New Year.
Happy New
How's
Year.
it going? You guys okay?
Good.
I'm loving the enthusiasm. I'm buzzing.
Well, the thing is, right, it's a bit chilly, isn't it? It's a little bit chilly, but it's not raining. So we've
true.
got to bring that energy to warm ourselves up and, to warm the crowds up. And
Yeah.
Speaking of crowds, it's looking pretty busy. You excited?
Mate, I heard 500,000 people are turning up to see this thing. Honestly, I'm stoked. I live in the US half the time, and all my pals over there are buzzing about this parade.
Yeah.
They're very parade people, and I'm just stoked, man.
I love that. I hear that you've flown over to Nashville to spend a bit of time. So what's Nashville saying?
Nashville is amazing. It's pretty cold there at the moment as well, but I've just done basically a sandwich tour of Nashville. So I had nothing to do with music at all. I've just been getting up, and my routine is go to the gym, because you need to with the sandwiches that I'm eating, and then go dress up, go to this place, Mitchell's, big up, and just go through the entire menu one by one for the entire
Love that.
14 days I was there. Me and
Yeah.
Lois just smashed this menu of sandwiches.
That's
Do you know
good.
what?
Happy New Year.
I hate to take this away from the sandwiches.
sorry,
That sounds
sorry.
wicked, to be honest. But,
Into the tangent.
obviously, you've got a parade coming up. You're a big star. What are you most looking forward to about the parade itself?
Well, I'm already heard. I don't want to give anything away, but I've already heard some of the sort of acts that are going to be there. 8,000 different acts. I was thinking, how many emails have been sent out legitimately? But yeah, I've heard some of the surprises. I'm excited to see it. Don't know how much I'm going to see from my little float, but yeah, I'm just excited. Man.
That's exactly what we're excited for. Sam Ryder on a float.
yeah, I'm playing as well,
Exactly. We are so buzzing.
We are genuinely so excited. I know everyone on the street is excited,
Yeah.
and those watching home. So look, thank you very much, and
Thank
Happy
you
New
guys,
Year.
man. Happy New Year. God
Happy
bless.
New Year.
Peace.
Super excited about seeing Sam later on. I think he's coming through towards the end of the parade as the highlight. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. I think he's already getting ready for his part in JCSS there, don't you, by the looks of it?
I think he probably is, and he's made me very hungry with all of that sandwich talk.
Anyway, we should. Oh, look, there's our Boogie Storm. Now, this is a fantastic act, and I happen to know. Well, actually, there's the game given away. I thought there's going to be something extra and special about them this year, which is the Monkeys. But anyway, when they get into here, we'll see how good they are. Actually,
Big
as an
crowd
Boogie
pleasers.
Storm. Absolutely. Well, any minute now, I'm hoping that into the arena we are going to be getting the City of Westminster with the first of the borough acts, and then we can tell people what the borough competition is all about. But here is that Walton High School bearing down on us. They're nearly reached the bottom of Regent Street, St James there now, and then they'll be making that turn into Cockspur Street and so on.
Indeed, and as you can see, the crowds are several people deep. I mean, that's at least a dozen people deep. I think there will be a lot of children on a lot of daddy's shoulders this morning.
Well, I think there will, absolutely. But I just had a quick shot there of Trafalgar Square, and I would love to be there, sort of, but I've got a better seat here. So
we've got the best
fantastic.
seats in the house.
Yeah,
we really do.
Yeah. Yes, terrific crowds. It's amazing what weather does for you, isn't it? Although I must say, last year, even though it was it really was pretty horrible weather.
Well, the weather was horrible, but the atmosphere was full of sunshine.
Do you know, the atmosphere was as good as ever, and I think that's because people saw what the performers were putting into it, and they thought, if they can do it, we're going to stay and watch it. And they all did, which was fantastic. But look at that now.
Look at that.
Phenomenal.
And, you know, the crowd really does play such a big part. As you say, last year, all of the kids walking through, soaked to the bone, but the crowd waving and cheering and wishing them every success as they walk through. And the crowd is literally a performer almost in the parade, aren't they?
They're just as an important part of it, to be honest. And that's why we're so thrilled that we get so many people come out to watch it. It means we must be doing something
I think
right.
they're pretty thrilled too, Bob.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we're going to be having our next piece of musical entertainment into the arena very, very soon now, because I'm fairly sure that the Evans High School Marching Band will be joining us in here in just a few minutes once the City of Westminster has completed its pass through. Now, what is the City of Westminster's entry all about this year?
Well, the City of Westminster this year is Westminster Avenue Presents. We've got over 100 participants. Of course, they've got the open bus. But Westminster, of course, so famous for the Houses of Parliament, for Big Ben. I think it's part of the iconic vista of London that people imagine. And look, they have really gone all out and said, we are not just about these iconic buildings. Look at what we can do down on the ground as well. You can see them walking past us now. It is incredibly impressive. And as you say, there is a borough competition here. Tell us a little bit about that.
There's a borough competition, and over the years, the borough competition has actually raised nearly £3 million for local London charities, and that's an important part of it. There's local London charities that benefit from the efforts that the borough or the various boroughs make out on parade. They're judged by what we call people's judges, who have no connection to the boroughs, right along the parade route. And there are some pretty hefty prizes for the winners every year. The first prize is always about £15,000, second 10, third 5, and everybody is a winner because everybody gets a few £1,000s for local charities. And it's all accumulated over the years, and as I say, nearly 3 million. So Westminster has actually been a fairly consistent winner of big prizes, and by the looks of that entry today, they're going to be strong contenders for more.
I think so.
Just a quick glimpse there of Jonesborough, that incredible band that Mayor Sartor was telling us all about just a few minutes ago. But right now, of course, we have in the arena another marching band from the United States of America, another one, in fact, from Georgia, this from another part of Georgia, right down in Augusta, Evans High School Marching Band. Well, there they go then, the Evans High School Band. Director of Band, Zach Bradley. and Assistant Director Patrick Williams. No strangers to the London Parade.
No, indeed. The Green Machine back again. And Zach Bradley, of course, was a student in this band when he was younger, and he's now leading the show.
Absolutely.
I love that.
I think this is probably about their 7th, if not their 8th performance in London over the years. So it's very appropriate they should be here for our 40th.
We love
great
the
band.
repeaters, don't we, Bob?
A really great band. Really lovely to have them here in London.
Part of the family now.
They almost are. Mind you, we've got one band coming up that's a 10-timer, so that's quite something. This is the Edwardsville, and they have the most interesting and exciting uniforms that I've seen for a colour guard for a very, very long time. Costumes, I suppose, for a colour guard, not uniform. But a splendid band that they are indeed.
As we see some of these tribute bands passing along.
Well, the tribute bands didn't need much.
They don't really need much introduction. You know who they are, don't you?
Yeah, but I was a bit confused there because that was meant to be Elton. I heard some Elton numbers there, but I kept on thinking I was hearing Oasis. So I don't know what was going on. But never mind, they were entertaining. They were great.
It's all iconic British music at the end of the day.
Well, that's true. I'll give you that. London Borough of Hackney coming through with their entry into this year's borough competition. But these London Parade balloons are held aloft by the students from the Blue Springs South High School Orchestra. They actually performed in a concert at St John's Hall on the 30th of December, and it was a terrific evening. There we have the iconic, definitely iconic, London Pearly Kings and Queens Society, been ever present. Frank the Soldier, there he is, ever present at the London Parade, because so they should be, because they're such an important part of London. And they're celebrating, I mean, we're boasting about being 40. They're 150 this year, and I hope that we might well grab a couple of the Pearlies to come and have a chat with us in just a few minutes' time. But meanwhile, that was a glimpse of the Pearlies. This is a glimpse of Watkins Memorial High School. Watkins Memorial High School from that's Walton, sorry, but no, it's not. That is Watkins. They just put up the wrong caption on that one, but that's Watkins, and they come from just outside Columbus, Ohio. And now then, I'm going to test you on your American. I'm going to say to you...
Oh, no. Let me get my phone out before you ask me.
I'm going to say to you, OH. And what do you say? I-O. Exactly. Yeah. Anyway.
The only state that's round on both sides and high in the middle.
And one of those sweet Buckeyes. Anyway, let's go and... That's enough from us. Let's go and see what Joe and Schwazi are up to at the other end of the parade route.
Keep walking.
We'll keep jumping.
Okay, we're jumping. Can do jumps. Happy New Year.
I'm from Cornwall, as is my partner. Happy New Year to you all.
You're bringing all the energy.
I know. We're absolutely worn out already.
I was going to say, this is quite energetic.
I got a spare pair of boots if you want to come along.
You know what? Don't tempt me, because it's keeping nice and warm, actually. I'm enjoying this.
Oh, really? Let's keep going.
Should we keep going?
Go.
Keep going.
How's the parade so far?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We travelled up 6 hours last night from Cornwall, and we're doing this and then travelling back tomorrow.
Oh,
That's my partner there.
Hello, partner.
Hi, partner, quick.
Fantastic.
Hi, Tom. How you doing?
Look, Tom, everyone, Swazi, come back. I lost you. I saw Swazi to you then. Look, Happy New Year. Have an amazing parade.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we'll
Take care.
Take care. We'll let you guys go. Bye.
Well, thanks, Joe Swazi. We can certainly beat that, because we got Heather Small here for you.
Let's hear it for Heather Small.
Well, that's the legend that is Heather Small. I can't tell you, Daisy, how absolutely thrilled I was when Joe told me that we'd booked Heather for this year's parade. I mean, to me, she's a legend.
Bob, I had the same reaction. I was very excited to see her on the list.
You remember when she opened the 2012 Olympics with the crowd. I mean, that was an amazing thing. So, and she's been lovely to work with over the last few months as we've been promoting London Parade. So, fantastic, Heather. Thank you so much. Wonderful performance. You're just getting a glimpse there of the biggest band that we have ever had in London's New Year's Day Parade. It's a combined band of two high schools from OH.
Ohio.
Thank you very much. Yes, Pickerington, Ohio. But right now we're going to get a great performance from the Appalachia High School Marching Cats. There we go, the Appalachia High School Marching Cats, a quite remarkable marching band from Georgia, Winder, Georgia. They're an incredible school because in September 2024, I think everybody knows it. It was all over the news. They suffered a tragic shooting, one of those high school shootings, and we thought that would be, or they thought that would be the end of band because it was on the field and so on and so forth. But incredible resilience, and they bounced back from it all, and wonderful new uniforms came to London, and it's been a sort of salvation for the school.
I think it can be very healing, can't
yeah,
it?
It certainly has been.
Come back together in something like this. Well, Bob, I have some royalty here. An actual king and queen.
What, pearly ones, you mean?
Pearly ones.
Oh,
I have
right, well.
Gwen and I have Chris. And Gwen is a pearly queen from Royal Greenwich.
I am.
And Chris is a pearly king from Bromley. And what maybe a lot of people might not know that are watching is presumably you made these yourselves,
Yes.
right? This isn't something you can go and just buy in a shop.
I wish I could actually. Save a lot of time and effort.
Well, how long does it take you?
Well, ages. I mean, I've got a lot more, but when I started off, I just had a few. But if you look over time, it builds up. It's never really finished. Things fall off. You can add to it all the time. So it's a work in progress, I like to think.
A glorious work in progress. And also with you, and my goodness, the hat as well.
I made my hat.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
And if I'm right, this is all tied in also with philanthropy and charity and doing good works for the community, which is why it's such a perfect fit for London Parade.
Absolutely. We've done the parade nearly 40 years, and all our money goes to charity. We raised 35,000 last year. Well, it's last year, yeah.
Yeah, it's last year now.
It is last year.
Sorry.
As of just a few moments ago, yes.
Yeah. No, we're very lucky. But it's local people and people from other countries that make donations. We're very, very fortunate.
Well, it's something you should be so incredibly proud of. And indeed, Happy New Year. What's the focus for 2026?
Got quite a few jobs booked up already for events, the Rotary Club, different events, haven't we?
It's really, you wait your inbox with great anticipation. It's a lovely thing to do. Every year you don't know. That's the excitement of it. Something different every year. And our remit is the same as it was 150 years ago. There will always be people in need, I'm afraid. So we stick to those core values, really.
Yeah.
I think that's just such a beautiful ethos and a wonderful reminder going into a new year. To just remember, it isn't only about ourselves, it's about the communities around us as well.
Very important, very important.
And the great thing is, by wearing this, people, if they don't know what you are, or they do, but you ultimately put a smile on people's face, they're normally happy to see you, so it's always good fun.
But we've been called, are you Morris dancers? We go, no. Are you Irish dancers? No. We're the London Pearly Kings and Queens Society.
We should really book some dance classes, perhaps, I don't know. Everyone wants us to dance. But,
Some of you need singing classes, but never mind, we'll go there.
You've seen some of our members before.
I have indeed, yeah. Anyway, we think we're getting on a bit at 40, but you're 150 now.
We
well,
are.
not you personally, of
No,
course.
but 150 years. Henry Croft, our founder. We're very privileged.
Anyway, we're so delighted to have you.
Thank
You
you
know
so
that,
much.
and we really,
Well, I know
really
that,
appreciate
Bob.
your contribution.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year.
Happy New Year.
to everybody.
Well, that was great to meet the Burleys. It really always is such wonderful supporters of ours. And in the background, as we were talking to the Burleys, you could see the London Borough of Lewisham's fantastic entry going through, and it was pretty loud. So I hope you heard the interesting stuff that Burleys were telling us there. Anyway, Lewisham, this year, they're the winners last year of the London Borough competition. They're the current holders of the trophy. And as I look at that wonderful float they've got going through there,
Isn't that spectacular?
Yep, I've got a very strong suspicion, especially having seen the musical or the drumming front that came out to their participant act. I reckon they're going to be in the running again. But there we are. I've said that, I think, for every group so far. So, you know,
Well,
don't take any notice of what I say. Irrelevant.
That's exactly the way it should be, though, Bob. Everyone should be in the running because everyone puts so much work into this.
Even competition. Absolutely. Well, there's the old Jonesborough majestic marching Cardinals. I say old, they're very young. Coming through.
They have
How dare
old
I say it?
souls.
And we'll be seeing them in the arena before too long. But meanwhile, we've got another wonderful marching band act. We've seen them coming down the parade route quite a few times. This time we're actually going to hear them perform. They're going to be performing a Mary Poppins medley, which is going to be interesting. Walton High School Marching Raider Band, Alpharetta, Georgia, under the direction of John Palmer and Chris Johns. Walton High School. excellent performance and very recognisable songs from Mary Poppins, the Walton High School band from Alpharetta, Georgia.
Honouring London with that soundtrack. I
well,
love
absolutely. I was looking at the chimney pots and wondering what there might be flying by, but nothing there. Maybe later, who knows?
You never know.
Talking about looking up and seeing things flying by, I think there might be something coming into the arena relatively soon that is going to be possibly taking our breath away.
I think you're right.
I think that dream engine might be with us before
I think
too
you're
long.
right.
Another marching band there, making its way down Piccadilly towards that turn onto Regent Street, St James. There's all the young band. They seem to be keeping warm out there. That's good. That means it's the entertainment's keeping them warm.
Because obviously we're not actually halfway through yet. Okay? So after count of 3, big cheer. Go on.
That baby dinosaur still on the prowl. You sure it's a dinosaur? I think it probably is.
It's like a little baby stegosaurus or something.
Porcine, but here we have it, the Dream Engine.
Look at this. Flying through London. Well, you said it was going to blow my socks off, and you were right. I mean, that was incredible.
I know, it's amazing. I must confess I have seen it a few times before. It never ceases to amaze. It really is splendid. And when we see it again, because coming back, with Sam Ryder later on. It'll be in the dark, and it's probably even more impressive when it's under the lights. But anyway, that was fabulous. The Dream Engine, was so delighted that we were able to have the Dream Engine. We last had the Dream Engine, funnily enough, in the first year we came back after pandemic, and we did an arena show as opposed to a parade show because health regulations didn't let us do the parade, and it was such a big hit then. I thought, well, I asked Joe if we could possibly have it back sometime or other, and here it is. So
it was astonishing, and the crowd being able to reach up and touch. I mean, it's touching an angel, isn't it?
Hey, look, Daisy, here come all your cars. Look,
That's
is this your personal fleet of vehicles?
You know, I did ask them to please make them nice and shiny, clean them up, make them look their best, and I think my team did a pretty good job, don't you?
You Hollywood stars, you do
wouldn't
like
say
your cars, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Anyway, they're Aston Martins, British brand at least.
Absolutely
So
iconic British brand.
The 007 club of Aston Martin owners. We'll be seeing them come through here later on, and we can all drool again about wanting a car. This is the Palm Beach Lakes High School community band from Florida. They're from Palm Beach, as the name implies, the Ram Regiment band, and they challenge the Jonesboro band actually for energy and sheer noise in a good way. So it's going to be very interesting to compare the two as we get further on. It's friendly competition.
Oh, absolutely.
I hasten to add that they're a terrifically good, very, very energetic band. The dancers in particular, well, they're at it already, you can see.
Happy New Year, London!
You've basically won the competition if you're in the parade by this point, you know?
Everyone's a winner.
Exactly.
Well, indeed they are, because there's the London Borough of Sutton. Winners 2 years ago, I think, and second place last year. And they are the only borough to have won a prize of one sort or another every single year of the London Borough competition.
A winning tradition, indeed.
Very much so, and they certainly are very competitive, I can promise you that. But always a very good float. We'll see that later on. Looks like I had 3 mares there. That can't be possible. Anyway. So now we come to the majestic marching Cardinals.
Yes, we
This is
do.
the much vaunted, and quite rightly so, marching Cardinals from Jonesboro, Georgia.
And that's a community that is cheering on right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to listen to the noise that Mayor Sartre and her group are making from the grandstand. I'm sure it's going to be big. Majestic marching Cardinals. Well, wasn't that every bit as good as they said it was going to be? Under the extraordinary leadership of Linnell Goodwin, he took that band from just 15 members to the powerhouse that it is today as they make their way out of the arena here at London Parade's 40th anniversary. Majestic Marching Cardinals, Jonesborough High School, with their medley In the Stone, I Like the Way, and Rolling in the Deep, Earth, Wind and Fire, High Five, and Adele. What a terrific group.
Absolutely spectacular. They did not disappoint. They absolutely delighted.
They sure did. Well, I think after that we need a little bit of a breather, but you never know with Joe and Schwarzy, it could be anything. So what do you got for us this time, Joe and Schwarzy? What's up there at the other end of the parade?
Look at this! Swarzy, how wicked is this?
We've been bombarded by the Boogie Storm as well! Oh my
But it's not only Boogie Storm, it's also Monkey Mania.
Yeah! There's a monkey with roller skates on!
And this is the creator, the genius behind it all.
Yeah, Joe, thank you for having us. Thank you for having us again. Yeah.
So Lee, how are you enjoying it? How are the troopers loving it?
Amazing. We love it. Love coming back. This is our 6th or 7th year now. And now you just brought Monkey Mania, which is amazing. Double trouble. So,
Here we go.
do you know what? This makes me feel like I'm a kid all over again. It's magical. I love it. I'm going to let you guys carry on, but thank you so much.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, all the best, and happy 40th birthday to the London Parade. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you!
Do you know what? There's a lot of talent up there in Liverpool, isn't there?
I'll
Isn't it
say.
funny? We've never noticed before.
You know, someone should start a band. It might work. I don't know.
Yeah, we had Adam with his, they're certainly very Liverpudlian Boogie Storm. Anyway, there we go. Who are we looking at here? Another wonderful marching band making its way along Piccadilly, going to be with us before too long here in the Performance Arena at the end of the parade, making their way there past the Royal Academy of Arts.
Indeed. And you know, Bob, as you mentioned the end of the parade, it does bear mentioning that when all of these bands walk past us at the end of their walk through the parade, they are greeted majestically by Big Ben, basically saying, well done. Could it get more iconic than that in London?
Well, it certainly couldn't. It's not just Big Ben, it's the statue of Sir Winston Churchill with a thumbs up, you know.
That's right.
There you go. So it's all good news from their point of view. Well, I'm very, very pleased to see a lot of smiles out there because that's been our theme for this year. You know, it's not give the world a wave, it's give the world a smile, because we figure that everybody needs a smile. So I'm seeing all the crowds of people there smiling quite a bit, so that's good. That means they're enjoying the entertainment they're getting.
I think it's pretty infectious, Bob, I must say.
Quick look there at the Palm Beach Lakes Community High School Ram Band. They're going to be trying to match Jonesborough. They got a job on their hands, but I reckon they'll do a good job.
I think they're up to the task.
They sure are. Well, if you recall in previous years, I know you've seen it before, and we've gone, so many times, and we've
I've held my breath.
We've
I've held my breath.
And this used to be called Motor Stunts UK, and now they've changed their name to Stunt Shows, I think it is. But they're still the same, very, very daring and very troubling for the insurers sort of act. But so far so good. After many, many years of having them entertain the crowds here at London Parade, we haven't yet had an incident, and I just close my eyes and hope we don't go on. No, they are fantastic actually. And if you see what they can, well, I think we're going to get a ramp stunt now. Which,
it looks like it.
You've probably got to hold your breath and cross your fingers, but probably going to work because they are professional, these guys. You see, I was fairly relaxed after the first one, Daisy, but then I realised that was the low one. That was a sort of sampler.
That was the one that was supposed to ease you into a false sense of security.
Exactly so.
As we can see, young and old enjoying today. We've seen so many Union Jacks out in the crowd, but we've seen a lot of flags from other places too.
I mean, well, that is, of course, the trademark of this parade, isn't it? It's not a parade of people drawn from one nationality, whether it be this one or the United States of America. I think it's 26 actually. 26 different nationalities represented in London Parade this year, and that's a fairly typical figure. And it just goes to show what a diverse, welcoming, and inclusive sort of city we are here in London.
Absolutely. And those are the performers. There are many more nationalities represented if you count the crowds.
Well, there you go. I mean, Westminster, do you know how many languages are spoken in Westminster?
Oh, you know what? I do have that figure here somewhere, but it's something like over 100 languages.
It's more than that,
Westminster.
actually. It's 240.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, it might be dialects as well, so there you go.
These are dinosaurs from creature events.
I'm intrigued with this robotic mini dinosaur, but he's also got very powerful batteries, obviously.
I think he's very cute.
This one, not quite so cute, although he looks pretty friendly, don't you think?
He looks friendly, maybe not quite as cuddly as his little friend.
I reckon we've seen him before, actually. Who brings us all of these things?
Well, this would be Andy Day, wouldn't it?
Well, Andy Day isn't the dinosaur man, that's Creature Events. But Andy Day is one of the prominent, best-known children's entertainers in this in Great Britain. I'm told he's absolutely crazy, but brilliant. Kids love him.
Yes, he's a CBBS favourite.
Exactly so.
Historic adventures, and so he's a perfect companion here at the
There he is.
Wow, this one's
Andy Day. And he'll be entertaining absolutely everybody. Nobody is going to not be given a word or two from Andy as he makes his way through the crowd.
Also devoted to anti-bullying, which is so important.
Yeah, he's taken on lots of important causes, actually, and promotes them very, very well.
Jurassic Park right now. These are very, very cool.
He does have a few intriguing friends there with him, Bob.
Oh, he certainly does. He's also got a real-life pop group, you know, called Andy and the Odd Socks, which I think is rather wonderful.
That's right.
Modern, monkey-style comedy. Always enjoyed the Monkees, actually.
Oh, yeah, me too.
There's that Palm Beach group again. Rams, Palm Beach Lakes Community High School, Ram Regiment.
And Bob, each of these bands is not only hand-picked, but hand-invited.
Oh, yeah, we go to America to invite every single one of them. Well, every act that is in this parade is personally invited, either by myself or by Joe Bone or by, one of the parade patrons. Nobody gets untouched. Unfortunately for them, perhaps, I don't know, unfortunately. No, but we think that's a very important thing to do. It's a demonstration of how important these guys are to us. And here's another one of those that is very, very important to us. It's the first time at the London Parade, 40th anniversary parade. Obviously, it's the first time at the 40th anniversary. Edwardsville High School Marching Tigers. There we go. The Edwardsville High School Marching Tigers under the direction of Ryan Lipscomb with Associate Director Dean Anderson playing, well, we heard that tune Golden again and 24K Magic we hadn't heard before, but composed by Paul Murtha, Tom Wallace, and arranged by Paul Murtha and Tom Wallace as well. I thought they were extremely good, actually, and I really, really hope we see them again. When I tagged them before, I said that they were from near St. Louis, which is, of course, in Missouri. They are from quite near St. Louis, but they're across the border. They're in Illinois. Right. They're an Illinois group. So
that's right, and known throughout the state of Illinois. And they were very excited to go global here in London.
I bet they were, and by goodness, they did a great job, didn't they? I really hope they'll be back sometime, because they were a great-looking band and a great-sounding band as well. We are now looking at an entry from Ecuador, which is almost certainly going to be part of our Carnaval del Pueblo groups for this year. Carnaval del Pueblo rather, have been gracing London's New Year's Day parade for many, many years with acts from all over Latin America. But here they are, the amazing Boogie Storm with the Monkees this year.
Here we go.
If you're feeling a little bit cold, you'll be pleased to know that this performance includes a little bit of fire. So we're going to be heating things up, because hopefully you're staying warm. But ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the New Year's Day Parade, the London Parade 2026, it's Boogie Storm.
Assume formation.
Not every day you see stormtroopers twerking, is it, Bob?
No, it's not. And you know what? 350 million viewers have seen that online. I think that's quite incredible. They are amazingly popular, both here and, I understand, in the United States of America as well. Actually, all over the world.
And indeed on television all over the world, too. I mean, they're very recognizable. It can't be easy to dance in those costumes, I think.
I would think it virtually impossible, but there we are. I don't know. But they show that they can do it really, really well.
They sure do.
What an original idea! And now bringing the monkeys in as well. I think that's
so
terrific.
Fun.
And a monkey breakdancing, that's something else. We're looking up now at the Caporale San Simon. They're from where are they from? They're from a Latin American country, let's call it Bolivia for the sake of argument. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's right. And they've got some Ecuadorians behind them. I definitely know that because I can tell by the colours. And that's all part of the Carnaval del Pueblo entry, which always brings in lots and lots of colour and joy and music from Central America
Absolutely.
to London on a brightish January the 1st this year.
I think we have a fairly bright day, yes, particularly in comparison to last year, but we're not making comparisons.
Let's draw a veil over last year now. That's the last time we're going to mention last year. Here we have our cheerleader balloon coming down. That's being handled down the parade route. It's a very stocky cheerleader, isn't it? But anyway. Being handled down the parade route by some students from the Blue Springs South Festival Choir. I think we had another balloon handled by some kids from there as well. And they all performed in a concert at St John's Hall on the 30th of December. And those of you who are watching this on PBS somewhere or other in the United States of America will have the joy of seeing, and the youth music series of programs that we put out during the year, highlights from all of the concerts that these guys perform in here as part of the London Parade. So that's something to look forward to.
And that really is worth mentioning. I mean, this is a whole week, isn't it, Bob, of performances culminating in this fantastic finale at the parade.
Absolutely so. This is the London Borough of Sutton. We were talking about them a while back, Daisy. They're the... oh, look, there's some Pearlies.
There's our friends.
Well, that's not our friend. There's some Sutton Pearlies crept on there.
Indeed,
but,
not London
I mean, we
Pearlies.
had real royalty in here.
We did.
This is the London Borough of Sutton, as I said, the recidivist winners of London's New Year's Day Parade. Very competitive. Hope they're going to win again sometime soon. That's our cheerleaders, universal or varsity cheerleaders, as they're now called, making their way down Regent Street, St James. They'll be really enjoying themselves as they go along the parade route. But anyway, somebody else who's probably enjoying themselves a bit, some others, another two.
Just
Who's it going to be?
little.
Oh, could it be? Come on.
Joe and Swazi, what
There
you
we
up
go.
to?
Wow, look at this. So this is London Parade with Wimbledon College of Arts, a tribute to the 40th anniversary of the parade.
That's amazing. Hi, Molly. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
You're right at the front. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm leading our tube-themed dragon. She's called Ruby.
Oh, hi, Ruby. This is amazing. What are you making of the parade so far?
It's lovely. I mean, there's so many people here. It's great.
Yeah.
I think we're all having fun.
Good.
I
We're
have to
having
say,
fun.
there's a whole team of them walking this. What is this?
Well, it's a dragon that's shaped like a tube. Yeah.
And it looks amazing. Look, I'm going to let you guys carry on. Have a fantastic time and thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Ruby.
You guys do look like you're having fun up there. And I hope you're keeping warm as well. Actually, Swazi, you look as if you've wrapped up a bit more since we last saw you, but great. Anyway, keep warm, keep sending us great stuff down here. We like seeing you. The Jaguar Pride Marching Band from Blue Springs, a huge band. I think there's around about 250 or 260 performers in this band, led by band director Kenny Hansen from Blue Springs, Missouri. And as I say, they'll be joining us here in the they're just passing through the parade start there, the big arch. So they'll be a while before they're with us, but we'll see them in probably around about 45 minutes or an hour's time down here in the performance arena. Do you know, I don't think it's my imagination, Daisy, but I reckon those crowds up there at the start are getting bigger.
I think you're absolutely right. I think as the day goes on, people are walking around town a little bit and deciding, let's make this part of our day. The world is coming to London on New Year's Day, Bob. That's what we do.
They are now. They certainly weren't 40 years ago, I can tell you that, but it's great that they are now. They have to be more of the Carnaval del Pueblo group. These are Ecuadorians. I read the sign, that's how I know that. That's very clever. Moving around Piccadilly Circus there, coming down into Regent Street, St James.
And it must be a very exciting feeling when you're at the start of the parade, waiting to start. You see all of these other bands and acts and boroughs go through that archway, and now it's your turn. That's got to be a very exciting feeling.
Well, actually, you're dead right. I talked to many of the acts afterwards. I know you do too as well, Daisy. And you know what many of them say is that they've had a great time on the parade. They've loved it, and many of them say, "Oh, we'd like to turn around and go and do it again." But you know, the thing they seem to enjoy most of all is meeting all the other performers in the in the assembly area and chatting and comparing notes and about the excitement levels coming up. These are the an entry from the Polish community in London, all sorts of things in this entry, but the Polish community in London is a very, very large, vibrant and tremendously important community.
That's
and they're
absolutely
one of the
right.
wonderful communities that have really assimilated themselves completely. And I mean, some of these guys are more British than me. They're
Absolutely.
really they're really amazing, and I think that the Polish community are a great asset to the London
No
society.
question. Part of London, certainly over 100,000 proud. Just here in London, over 700,000 Poles here in the UK, proudly waving their Polish flags and their Union Jacks at the same time. Fantastic.
There they are, the varsity cheerleaders. This year they're going to be performing Land of a Thousand Dances, I think. Well, I mean, they've been crowd pleasers here at London Parade for, actually not all 40 parades, but 37 of them. So we'll give them a pass on the other three, shall we?
I think so. They do such a good job of keeping the crowd's energy up, keeping all of the other participants' energy up. That's what they do naturally as cheerleaders, isn't it?
It certainly is, and when you think that they meet each other for the first time when they get over here to London, these guys, and they have one rehearsal, shortish rehearsal, and then they put it together the way they do, as we will see in a few minutes' time. I think it's quite amazing.
It really is.
The Watkins Memorial High School Marching Warriors from Pataskala, Ohio, which is quite near Columbus. Watkins Memorial High School Marching Warriors under the direction of Robert Davis, and making their way out of the arena now. They just played for a Shut Up and Dance, and that was the first time. Well, actually it was the second time. They came way back in the beginning of time. Second time, but they're a much bigger group now, and actually I have to tell you, they look a lot better than they did all those years ago. Maybe, there we are. Terrifically good group, and just a little bit of a shout out to their choir that carried the baloo in front of them.
That's right. Yeah. They traveled with their choir as well, and that's really exciting to be able to bring that many kids and hopefully that many family members separate of the kids. What a great trip to London, especially for New Year's.
Yeah. And their choir gave an absolutely amazing performance in Holy Trinity Church in Sloane Street, in just off Sloane Square, in the Royal Borough of Kensington, Chelsea, and they gave that on the 29th of December, and it was a sellout. It looked beautiful. It's available online if anybody wants to see it, and they paired up with the Young Musicians Symphony Orchestra, and it was a terrific concert. Anyway, that's available online. That's Watkins. Nelson's Column out there we just saw, and the band North Forsyth High School making its way down from Trafalgar Square, excuse me, down Whitehall into the performance arena in the where we are sitting, Daisy.
Yes,
at the
we
end of the
are.
parade room.
And it's so exciting when the bands play right behind us. We can feel the drums, we can feel the music, and it's really a thrill as each different act comes down with their own flavor on New Year's Day.
If we look up there at the parade start, just coming through the arch, or just come through the arch, is the entry from London's Chinatown. This year, always very, very colourful. Of course, we're celebrating a new year. They don't have theirs for what? It's about another 6 weeks, I think, this year. It's quite late in February this year.
That's
but
right.
they always come out to celebrate ours with us, and we always go along to them to see theirs.
Absolutely.
In Soho. And they always have these wonderful dragons. And what other things can we see there, Daisy?
Well, I'm looking for some horses because I know we're going into the Chinese Year of the Horse. But of course, we see beautiful pandas, we see all kinds of figures, and the dragons. That's what we all want to see, isn't it? That's what we're waiting for, and they're giving us what we want, Bob.
They absolutely are. There we have another quick glimpse of some of the Carnaval del Pueblo dancers, and look at the costumes. They're absolutely, and they make them themselves, of course, all of these costumes. We're just getting a glimpse there from the London Borough of Merton, Sports for All. London Parade in collaboration with Wimbledon College of Arts. I think Joe and Schwarzy had a chat to one of them a little bit earlier.
Most certainly
you might
did,
or might
yes.
not remember. Now, I'm just marching into the arena here now. This massive marching band from Pickerington, Ohio, is the Pickerington Marching Band. It's made up of two high school marching bands, the Pickerington Central and the Pickerington North bands. Both come together. And you could see there's different uniforms there, one for North, one for Central, and they blend beautifully, actually. They do a very, very good job. And they've been practicing for months and months and months together to give this their keynote performance at London Parade. Massive band, they're going to make an awful lot of noise, I'm absolutely sure about that. The band directors are Nathan Stowe and Nicholas Young, and...
Well, and going back to what you said earlier about how one of the things these kids love the most is making new friends, perfect collaboration.
Pickerington Marching Band, comprised of the two high schools from Pickerington in Ohio, playing A Brand New Day by Luther Vandross. What a terrific accomplishment to get together and play so well together.
Absolutely.
And in London as well.
Pickerington, of course, known as the Violet City or the Purple City, and you can see how they're honoring that right there.
They've done that exactly with the colours of their uniforms, yeah. Splendid band. They made a performance, actually, or gave a performance in Covent Garden on Tuesday this week, and I was lucky enough to be there to see them, and they were with the Jonesborough people and another band that we've got coming along later on. All three bands were spectacular. None better than the other, but they were really, really good. Really, really good.
Gorgeous. Keep on moving, guys.
This is London coming through again.
Blue Spring South, our other massive marching band this year, making its way down to, where are we now? We are coming down to the bottom, I think, of Regent Street, St James there, before they make that turn into Cockspur Street.
And of course, we're seeing quite a few iconic London double-decker buses along this route, aren't we,
Oh yes,
Bob?
lots and lots of open tops. Mind you, it's not bad weather for an open top bus today, is it?
It's perfect.
Now we have something completely different. The bad mums that dance. We'll tell you all about them when they've done their stuff. There they are then, the bad moms that dance. It's bursting onto the adult dance scene in South Louisiana.
Absolutely.
That's shorthand for NOLA. Bad mums that dance have grown from a small community class into a full-blown cultural movement.
They certainly have. They're for women who want to shake what their mother gave them, apparently. And
I think we better stop now. Or I should, I thought they were fantastic, actually. They were really good fun. And they perform in lots of Mardi Gras parades throughout Louisiana and the southeast USA, of course. Mississippi and...
Indeed, and making
Alabama
great friendships as they dance through all of these fantastic events.
And I bet they're having a great time here in London. And actually, I was quite surprised to see them quite as bouncy today, because you never quite know after last night what it might be.
Well, that's so true. That's so true.
Anyway, there we see all our Aston Martins that we were looking at earlier. So actually, we're going to take Daisy's mind off the showroom now, the cars that is, just to have a quick word with a couple of those bad mums who have come into the studio to say hello to us.
Indeed, welcome, ladies, and happy New Year.
Well,
as we take a look at some of your partners in crime there, as they look at Big Ben at the end of the arena. How was the performance for you today, walking through this whole route?
It was amazing. Yes. So much fun. A lot of energy. I love the crowds.
Was it what you expected? What were the surprises?
A lot of people. A lot more people. Yes. It was very good. A lot of happy people.
And you guys are a collaboration, right? So you're not all from the exact same part of the state. You all come together and learn, and you're branching out.
Yes. We started in Louisiana, now we've gone to Mississippi.
And that's exciting.
It is.
How often do you get together and practice, or do you do quite a lot of it remotely?
We do practices. We do practices right now every week until Mardi Gras season. Otherwise, it's like twice a month, and we always have pop-up classes and different events we go to.
And how does this compare to Mardi Gras? Better, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. You should come and find out.
That's exactly right. Hey, I think that's an invitation if I ever heard one.
Absolutely.
And what about 2026? What's coming up for you in the next year?
We've got all our Mardi Gras parades coming up, and then we'll roll into the different holidays, 4th of July, Halloween, Christmas, and then back into 2027 and start all over again.
Yep.
There's always a holiday around the corner that needs some dancing. Am I right, ladies?
Yes.
And
I thought it was only us who thought about 2027 and 2026, but now I hear it's you too. It worries me no end. There you go.
Well, ladies, we're so happy to have your entire group here. Happy New Year. Here's to 2026. We know you're going to keep dancing through it, right?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Yes.
Through hell or high water, Bob. That's what they say.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. And happy New Year. Happy New Year, Louisiana.
Happy New Year. And now back into the performance area for another band, the North Forsyth High School Raider Marching Band, under the direction of Ray Thomas. Well, that was great. Nice bit of Beatle music there from the North Forsyth High School Raider Band. They played a good rendition, I thought, Hey Jude, and then with a little help from my friends.
And I love that those were their choices, because they do everything from rock and hip-hop to opera and classical, and they really chose something very British, I think, for today.
Yeah, I think that was really good of them.
Yeah.
And it's obviously keeping up our Liverpudlian theme that we seem to have inadvertently started going
That's right.
today. But anyway,
Our salute to the
they were really
second
good.
city.
North Forsyth, they have been with us before, but I hope they'll be with us again. They were really good. We're seeing a couple there of all the Queen's horses as we... which will be, I think they're doing about their 13th parade with us. 13th or 14th parade maybe this year. But they've been great supporters of London Parade over the years. And everybody loves to see the horses coming out. I mean, occasionally people sort of say, well, you know, you shouldn't be using horses as entertaining. But the horses, I am guaranteed by the owners of the horses,